Is the United States going to war with Iran? Here's everything you need to know about where things stand in under 90 seconds or less. Right now, Donald Trump recently got out of a National Security Council meeting in the Situation Room with top-level officials where they discussed the possibility of the United States getting involved with Iran. If the United States were to get involved, according to the New York Times, it would be to drop bunker-busting bombs on a nuclear facility in Iran that Israel cannot get to. As it currently stands, U.S. military personnel are not in Iran. They are not over the skies of Iran, but U.S. military are actively rushing more and more equipment to the Middle East. Officials assert that it is merely a defensive posture. Israeli media is saying that the United States will soon get involved, potentially as soon as this evening. Trump has spoken to Prime Minister Netanyahu, and Trump is threatening the Ayatollah, the supreme leader of Iran. Right now, the United States is not officially involved. That could change in a matter of minutes or hours. And I will be providing you coverage throughout the night, so giddy up, get ready, subscribe to my Substack to support, link in bio, and follow along for more. We have some big news right now. The United States is closing its embassy in Israel until Friday, so a period of about 3 days, as rumors float around that the United States may soon get involved in a war with Iran. Now tonight, the United States is still not involved. Troops are not on the ground, planes are not in the air, but the Israeli military is striking Tehran in a new round of massive strikes across the Iranian capital, after Donald Trump earlier today told Iranian residents to evacuate from Tehran. When you think about that, there are about 16 million folks in Tehran and these outskirts of the city. Evacuating them will take weeks or months, not just hours. And so we'll see what happens next. The embassy is closing. U.S. military personnel are moving more so in the region right now as we speak. We'll see what's going to happen. Spread the word. I'll do a full breakdown on my Substack, linked in bio, so subscribe for free. And as always, follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. More to come soon. We have breaking news at this hour. The United States military is moving more fighter jets and more military equipment into the Middle East as we speak right now, as the United States prepares to possibly join Israel and go to war with Iran. Reuters is now confirming that the United States military is deploying a heavy amount of military equipment, including F-16s, F-22s, and F-35 fighter aircraft. Now, two officials that spoke to Reuters are stressing that these are defensive deployments right now, but as we know from Axios, Donald Trump is actively considering whether or not to bomb a nuclear facility in Iran that is several meters deep. And right now, Israel does not have the capabilities to bomb that nuclear facility. The only country that has the bunker busters that Israel needs to reach that is the United States. And Donald Trump is currently meeting with national security officials to possibly discuss whether or not to potentially declare war against Iran. We'll see what happens next. I'll provide you updates every step of the way, so subscribe to my Substack, link in bio, to support and follow along for all the news you need to know. We have breaking news right now. Donald Trump's critical meeting with his national security team in the Situation Room has officially begun, according to CNN reporting. As we speak, U.S. forces are being moved into the Middle East. Officials are stressing that these are still defensive postured forces, but as Axios is reporting, Donald Trump right now is weighing whether or not to bomb Iran, specifically one nuclear facility where bunker busters are needed to reach, and only the United States has those bunker busters. Right now, in the Situation Room, are top Trump national security officials, including Tulsi Gabbard, the director of national intelligence, who Trump earlier today waved off when she said earlier this year that Iran was not on the path to completing a nuclear weapon soon. So very serious stuff happening right now in the White House. We should know by the end of today whether or not the United States will be going to war with Iran. I will be providing you wall-to-wall coverage. I will not be sleeping, so subscribe to my Substack, link to my bio, to support and follow along for all the news you need to know about. I'll have more to come very soon. We have big news right now. According to CNN, Donald Trump's critical high-stakes meeting with his national security team has ended after just over an hour, as the United Kingdom is now planning on sending more military assets into the region, into the Middle East. Here's what we know right now. British military assets, according to the BBC, are being deployed to the Middle East, and British military personnel in the region are now on high alert. They're sending in extra Typhoon jets as well, so we'll get more information there. Meanwhile, Donald Trump's 1 hour or so meeting with his national security team has concluded in the Situation Room in the White House. We don't have much more information about what Trump is going to decide next. Now we wait. We wait from a statement from the president about whether or not he intends on bombing Iranian nuclear sites, specifically one site in the town of Fodor. We'll see what happens next, but right now, just a waiting game. I will provide you updates every step of the way. I'm not sleeping, so bear with me. Subscribe to my Substack at the link in my bio to support and follow along for all the news you need to know about. We have big news right now. The Iranian government is now preparing to strike United States bases and United States military forces in the Middle East if the United States joins Israel's war against Iran. Here's the latest. According to the New York Times right now, American intelligence is showing that Iranian forces are preparing missiles and other military equipment to strike U.S. bases in the Middle East, targeting U.S. soldiers and U.S. civilians who are working on these bases. But that will only happen if the United States enters the war in Iran. Now, according to Israeli media, the United States will be entering the war, but we don't have any confirmation of that from U.S. officials yet. And here's the thing. We won't know until Donald Trump posts a Truth Social post. I've been monitoring it like a madman and will continue to do so all day and all night and will not be sleeping, so subscribe to my Substack, linked in bio, to support. We're going to see over the next several hours whether or not the United States enters a war for the first time in many years. So spread the word and follow along for all the news you need to know about.